Have you ever experienced imposter syndrome? You know, that feeling like I may not be able to deliver the goods that I'm telling my patient I can? Well, you're not the only one, and I hear it all the time. By the way, if you don't know me, I'm Dr. Russ Rosen. Aloha. And I help natural healthcare providers just like you thrive in a care versus care, true optimal health model so their patients happily stay, pay, and refer for a lifetime. So I just got an email from one of the docs in our club, and here's what he said. He said, how do you suggest practitioners deal with imposter syndrome? I suppose just keep working on one's skills over time and do what you think is best in every situation? Question mark. Listen, it's really, really common to hear this. I hear this from chiropractors all the time. I love the chiropractic story. I hear about all the miracles, and then they whisper to me privately, I just never see those miracles, or I just don't know that I can deliver those goods. Let me ask you, have you ever had that feeling that you're trying to explain to a patient the value of your care and the things that you feel that you can do for them or are hoping you can do for them, but there's that little niggly voice in there saying, you can't deliver that, and you feel like an imposter, or possibly you may not be able to deliver that. So again, it's really, really common that I hear this, especially when I help doctors use this chart and their patients say, no, I don't just want to feel better. I want to get as healthy as I possibly can. I want to get healthy. I want to stay healthy. I want to have the best life possible. And then they show them the care plan, and then they whisper to me, listen, I've got 8 out of the last 10 people that want to sign up for this long care plan to get those results. And then they whisper, I just don't know that I can deliver those results. So again, something I hear back all the time. Here's my response to this, doctor, just in case you find value. As I just typed it all up and sent it off to him, I thought that you might find some value too. Uh, and if so, feel free to let others know about it. So step one is this: we must go through the importance of certainty. If you've not been through that yet, put certainty below, and I'll send you a link where you can go through that program, or a version of that program for free. But it's something that will really help you get clear about who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, what don't you do, why don't you do those things. Those are really, really critical pieces of the puzzle. Now, in that, one of the things I talk about is to get extremely clear about what you would like to deliver and what you are certain you can deliver. Now, most of the time when I ask this question, doctors go, are? Like they don't understand the difference between the two. Well, what I would like to deliver is this. I would like to be able to deliver this to people. What I'm certain I can deliver is this. Now, my hope is that there's always a gap between these two. Why? So you can continue to grow and evolve, right? Otherwise, work gets boring. So my experiences with doctors that continually want to improve and are continually improving, they're continually growing and they're evolving, and they're moving from what they would like to deliver to what they're no what they're certain they can deliver to what they would like to deliver. Okay, so they're moving more towards, I would like to be able to do these things that I recognize I can't do at this moment. Okay, so once you clarify the difference between what you're certain you can deliver and what you would like to deliver, you then need to be honest first with yourself of what you can actually deliver. Then you need to be honest and transparent with your patient about what you believe you can deliver. So you're going to let them know, my best estimate is that this is what we can do for you, right? So it's whatever their best level of health is. Do I, if somebody was a 97-year-old asthmatic woman and she wanted to run a 4-minute mile, would I define that as optimal health? No, because she's never going to do that. So step one is I need to define what we believe we can actually do for the person in front of you, right? We need to get very clear. Do I expect them to regrow a severed limb? No, I don't. So we need to clarify what optimal health would mean for them. Now, once I do that, I need to be extremely transparent in this path to optimal health of where we're actually at and where we would like to get to and what the steps would be along the way. So in our communications, we talk about this is what I believe we can do for you. This is my best estimate of what it would take to get there. And I let them know the truth of the matter is it's my best estimate, that everyone heals at a different rate. And the reality is their results are proportional to their lifestyle. If they eat well, exercise, deal with stress, make their appointments, they'll get better a whole lot faster than if they miss their appointments, drink a 12-pack a day, and get hit by a truck. Okay? So we go through a verbal care plan verbally before we show the money. If you'd like access to this again, just put path to health or put chart. I'll give you access to that. Okay, so let me see where I'm at with this. So, right, so we give a verbal review where we go through this and we say about this many visits over this period of time, and this is what you should expect. Subjectively, how you should be feeling, and objectively, what our tests should be showing. Then we do a reevaluation and a re-report. And assuming you're moving along, then we would do about this many visits over this period of time. This is what we would expect subjectively, and this is what we would expect objectively. Again, whole nother issue of how to know that. Docs tell me all the time, well, how do I know that? Be a different talk that I would give, but these are the things that I want to do. And then I want to make sure that like in my world, I let them know that here's what's going to happen if we get to the reeval re-report and it didn't happen. If you're not moving along as we would expect, like clearly they got to do something different, eat better, exercise, deal with stress, different, make their appointments, etc. I have to do something different, different care plan, different techniques, something. We need to do something different, or I got to refer them out. But I'm not going to keep banging away on the same thing, not getting results. I happen to have a 3-visit rule, and I let them know that if I ever adjust you and 3 times in a row I see it shift, but you come back with the exact same pattern, we're not gaining ground. Now, I'm not saying they came back with the same symptom. They might have the same symptom for a long time, but the same pattern. So I just want to be really clear and transparent with them. You're not selling bananas on the side of the road in Hana, right? You're not doing that. You're not changing brakes on cars. That's really easy. Here's how long it takes to change the brakes. I can pretty much guarantee, good rotor, good brake system, good calipers. It's going to work. It's not that way with human beings. It just simply isn't. There's too many things that we cannot be certain about. There's their lifestyle, there's genetics, there's injuries, there's all kinds of different things. So, my suggestion, if you ever feel those things, is to get extremely clear about what your truth is and then present that truth to your patients. Learn how to communicate it in an honest manner so you're not feeling like a used car salesperson trying to sell them something you don't feel that you can deliver, right? They can smell that. They would much rather you just be honest with them about whether or not you feel you can really help them, etc. And to what level you feel you can help them. Again, for people, with a lot of degeneration, stage 4 degeneration, are you going to get their x-rays looking perfect? If so, let me know. I really want to come see you because I have a lot of compression fractures and injuries and things from skydiving and football and all kinds of goofy things that I've done. But the truth is, for most of us, we recognize it's never going to look perfect again. But we can clarify what optimal health would be for them. And then you're going to continue to work towards the goal of being able to deliver the goods that you would like to be able to deliver. and be certain about that and then move more towards the goal and become an expert. Again, people talk to me all the time that they want to see kids. And I say, have you been through the ICPA program? Have you done Webster's, for turning babies and all that kind of stuff? And they go, no, I haven't. I've just done regular schooling in my regular goofball school. Well, become an expert. Okay. So my hope is that you found some value. If so, please let others know. If you want access to either the certainty or this, just let me know. I'll give you access to the club for a month for free. And then if you got what you wanted, you can leave. You don't have to pay anything at all. Or if you want to stay and you like this stuff, you're welcome to do that too. So hope you found value. As always, much love and aloha. Bye, gang.